All right, we're back. We're reading Almost Odis by me, Dusty Thompson. Please go buy your copy on Amazon. If you're following along, we are on page 45. The blog dated Sunday, October 23rd, 2011. You can't pop your collar without a good breakfast. And on that note, if you're still popping your collar, stop it. Thanks. Apropos of nothing, the dad enters the room and says in a pained voice, "So if I grew a ponytail, you just cut it off?" Yes, lopped. Immediately. To catch you up, we had recently had a conversation about things I loathe. Men with ponytails being one of them. Al Franken, Dick Cheney, and people who think irregardless is a word or three others. "Lopped?" he asked, with the same look on his face that Lulu, his dog, had the first time she saw herself in a mirror. Yes, lopped, maybe even with pinking shears. "Just like that?" Just like that. "But it's my hair." Obviously, if you are so inclined to grow a ponytail, you have taken leave of your faculties and someone needs to intervene. That someone is me. "Okay, but what if I wanted a mullet?" A mullet is simply a ponytail having a party. It would be lopped as well. "Without any warning?" This counts as the warning, just so you know. "Who made you the hair police?" It's not just hair, clothes too, and I was elected. "I don't remember voting." It was secret ballot, but I assure you, you voted for me. Twice. "Why are you so aggressive about this?" Ponytails on men are aggressive. So are pop collars on old people, so don't get any ideas. "What's a pop collar?" You'll never need to know. See how I protect you? Dear readers, I feel I must take a minute and apologize if anyone reading or listening to this has been offended. Of course, I'm not apologizing for my opinion. I feel confident I am right. But if you have a ponytail and you're a dude, feel a kindred spirit for those who do, or are at present wearing a pop collar and you're over the age of 21 and not a jerk, who's probably wearing jeans and flip-flops at the same time, I hate that too. I apologize for the fact that I'm judging you so hard right now. I think I may have just pulled a muscle. And for that, I am truly sorry. After the hair discussion, the dad decided to get inside that head of yours and asked me for my opinions on any number of topics. I would like to think it was to truly gain insight into what makes his eldest son tick. I suspect, however, that it was simply a ruse to distract me while he was foraged for illegal items that he does know, I know, he hides in the deep recesses of his bedside table. What sort of caretaker would I be if I didn't spy, people? Don't be so naive. All the parents understand what I'm talking about. I have to save him from himself. This is a diabetic who fixates on sugar to the point it's almost funny. In the middle of a meal that he has personally requested and is currently eating with as much haste as a Minuteman waiting for Paul Revere to ride by screaming about lanterns and boats and British dudes, he will state, "Boy, this sure is good, but not as good as the chocolate ice cream. I'd love a gallon of that right now." So I am forced to, do you hear me, to sneak and spy, to peek and pry. I have, however, found very little in the way of evidence of contraband snacks. I have so far simply found more empty wrappers of his approved snacks than is typically allotted. Even if they are sugar-free, eating 7 popsicles in a day is not good. Anyone who has gone on a sugar-free diet can tell you what sugar alcohol does to you. Am I right, Karen Tubb? We all discussed this, girl, several years ago. You ever ate the sugar-free Oreos? You ain't going to eat more than 2 of them or you're going to be sad. I started to think I was making headway. Maybe he is listening to me and not eating foods that are bad for him, although he has stopped losing weight after the initial 20 pounds. And I was about to get all proud of him and myself when my network of accidental spies began reporting. Before you get all judgmental, let me say it all started innocently enough. My assistant, who shall remain nameless because this was in Palo Alto years ago, casually mentioned that she saw the dad at the snack machine on the hospital campus where I work, buying a soda one afternoon after his doctor's appointment. Another time she made him some coffee, and when she asked how much sugar he took, he told her 2 spoonsful, never mentioning that he is supposed to use Equal or Splenda or Old Lady. It's what I call sweet and low. Since he is diabetic. Later, her daughter, who shall also remain nameless, mentioned she had seen the dad on the other hospital campus where we lived, reading a book outside the convenience store, soda in hand. When I casually mentioned this chance sighting, the dad had the nerve to say that she must have mistaken him for someone else, as if there are 2 red-headed rednecks with a gray bowler and green paratrooper suspenders riding a red scooter. Really? That's your defense? It wasn't me? Are you still an R&B singer? If you want to make a concerted effort for people to notice you, which is his goal with the hats, then you must deal with the consequences of being noticed. Wearing colored pants, pink, Kelly green, aqua, keeps me honest, y'all. You can't perform any activity that requires stealth or secrecy if people can see your pants or shirts from outer space. I decided not to press the issue as I was secretly proud of him for actually leaving the house without me, even if it was to cheat on his diet and move ever closer to the reality of the sugar taking his feet, which is his favorite lament. People in the country call diabetes the sugar, just in case you didn't know that. At least he's done something. The fact these activities are simply sketchy as opposed to openly larcenous is a workable paradigm. This, coupled with the fact he started to cook for himself in the mornings, is progress. I'm looking past the fact that there's not much else to do once you're awake at 4:30 a.m. Apparently, he feels God has tasked him with ensuring the sun rises on time because he wakes up at the same time each day and he has no chickens to feed or cow to milk. The only downside is he is not one to cook breakfast foods on a consistent basis. I have attempted to grow accustomed to being awakened to a variety of smells. Some are awesome, bacon. Some are subtle, grilled cheese. And some are downright odd, shrimp and okra for breakfast. Ew. The fact is, he makes me happy. Well, the fact that he is up makes me happy. I knew that was wrong when I said that. I worry about his health being negatively impacted by his lack of activity on a daily basis. So even when I would prefer not to be roused from slumber with an offer of stewed tomatoes, or Tommy Toes as he calls them, I am happy I am offered something other than silence. I know that day is coming and I can't bear to think about it. And we'll stop there and see you next time. Thanks.